Gon's rage, Eren's demand, Shusaku's soil, Higashikata family's conclusion, Yoshioka massacre. None of these moments are in my top 1 animanga moment of all time. They didn't reach the heights that this panel reached. Bro, I remember being under my blanket sheets at like 2 AM staring at this panel and just being in complete shock at what I had just read. This final sequence wasn't normal by any means. I had never experienced something of this caliber, something that made me feel so strongly. It was good man, most underrated page on YouTube. So look, before I get into the analytical whatever philosophy type stuff, I just want to talk about the crazy impact that the eye panel has on me. We all go through daily obstacles, work, family issues and arguments, finding discipline, exams and studying. This panel is quite literally burned into my memory. It's like an image that vividly pops into my head every now and then. It makes me deeply appreciate everything around me and all that happens to me. But that's enough about me. Let's talk about Alice in Borderland. From what I've seen, Adi says the best way of portraying his final message. You'll understand what this message is as you watch this video. In chapter 1, Adis is shown to be anxious about his future. He's just like any other 18-year-old trying to find his place in the world, but also trying to find an escape from this anxiety-inducing stage in his life. In his case, him and his friends want to go to a foreign country. In this stage of the series, Adis is very detached from life. He's always looking for escapism, he's always looking into the future, he's always worried about something. There's always something making him feel anxious. This aspect of his character holds him back from doing one important thing. You'll find out what that is very soon. In the second half of the story, Adis is thirsting for and looking forward to the answer of the Borderlands. He wants to know why he's going through such immense suffering. Again, he is facing the future. He fails to live in the present time and time again. But when you feel the entire world is against you, why wouldn't you question that? This is exactly what humanizes him. I mean, who wouldn't question such cruelty? The antagonist shattered everything. To me, the pushback from the antagonist simply meant, why do you need a reason to live? Just enjoy yourself. Why must you question the suffering occurring upon yourself? Adis only goes on to realize this ultimate truth. When the lady asks him, why are you alive? His response is, there is no reason. The reason had never mattered. The focus of our life had always been changing. There was never a need to fixate on one reason. That's why the multitude of reasons to live are shown before the lady asks him. Looking for the meaning had always been meaningless. That severe perspective change came with me as well. That's why it was so incredibly impactful. Because when Adis realized that ultimate truth, so did I. When he was desperate for the answer, so was I. I wanted them to survive. I wanted to know what the fate of the rest of the Borderland members would be. I wanted them all to live on. They had lost too much already. And so when Adis' desperation stopped, when he realized that ultimate truth, my desperation also stopped. The other part of his conclusion, I'm alive, is an appreciation of the suffering that came before him. This is why Adis doesn't remember the Borderlands. When people go through a life-endangering situation, they find a different level of value in living. They value their existence so much more because they're lucky to be alive. This is exactly what I Am Alive is. Sure, he went through the tragedy of the meteor, but he is alive here and today. And that suffering is exactly what made him realize that. Instead of focusing on the future, he was now living in the moment, focused on the present. All that mattered was that he was alive, here and today. Thank you guys for watching the video, man. This is my first proper video. I kind of wanted to set the tone with this video. It is an incredibly short video, I know. I wasn't actually satisfied with how I recorded it, and it was to the point where I was gonna scrap the video entirely, but I was like, nah. Alice in Borderland is a very important manga to me, so I definitely wanted to make a video even if it isn't the best quality, but yeah.